it's April. I already picked up some books for the month at some stores, so I thought I would do a book haul video. I'm definitely not going to buy any more books this month because I have too many to read already, but I saw these and I couldn't help but take them home. The first book I actually got this month is called Rain, Rain by Anne M. Martin. She kind of sounded familiar, this author, and I couldn't figure out why, and then it sort of hit me while I was recording this video. She's the same author that wrote Babysitter Club, or The Babysitter's Club, so I thought it was kind of funny. So this book is about a 5th grader named Rose. I'm pretty sure Rose is on the autistic spectrum. She is obsessed with homonyms and prime numbers and routines. She has a dog that she names Rain, and from what I can gather, Rain gets out during a really heavy storm, and she runs after her dog to try and bring the dog home. And that's all I remember about the synopsis of this book. I found it at Home Goods, which is kind of weird, so I had to pick it up because I've never seen a chapter book at Home Goods, and it sounded good, and the author sounded very familiar. Now I know why. The next book I picked up purely for its cover, and that is Pax by Sarah Pennypacker. This cover is beautiful. I hope my phone can focus in on it. The cover is amazing. Here's the back of it. Even with the dust jacket off, it's a beautiful book. It's even embossed. I hope my phone can manage that. This book is about a boy named Peter who rescues a kit and names him Pax and raises him. And if I remember correctly, his dad joins the military and he ends up having to leave Pax at his grandfather's property. And Pax waits patiently and waits for Peter to come back and get him. And of course, Peter can't because he's gone. And then Pax goes off on an adventure. So I'm pretty excited to read this. I was sitting at Target for so long, and I was so happy to get it. And now that I'm looking at it, I'm pretty sure this is a signed copy, which it is. So that's pretty cool. Next few books I actually found at Goodwill, which is my favorite place to go look for books. Well, thrift shops are my favorite place to go look for books. I think out of all of them, St. Vincent's is my actual top favorite to go look for books. But any thrift shop will do because you get them for so cheap and it's kind of fun. So I already own this. I own many copies of this book, but this is Harry Potter and for the US, the Sorcerer's Stone, but this is a UK version and it's in fabulous condition. It was 99 cents. I couldn't help it. I think I lent out my other 2 copies to my niece and my nephew. And by lent out, I mean I gave it to them and don't expect to get them back, which is fine. They're in the same age that they should be reading Harry Potter, so. But seriously, it's so beautiful. Oh, the UK version. The next book I picked up because I remember another YouTuber saying that he enjoyed this book. The next book I picked up because I remember Jesse from Jesse the Reader mentioned this, I think one of his videos, or at least maybe a couple of them, and that is The Invention of Hugo Cabret by Brian Selznick. I was looking at it, and this is a very large book, but there's actually, there's a decent amount of writing, but it's a lot of pictures, and I kind of like it because it's not in a comic book format. So I'm really interested to read this. It looks amazing. It sounds good. So I'm excited to give it a try. Anne Rice's book, Interview with the Vampire. I love the movie. I love some of Anne Rice's other works, but I have never read Interview with the Vampire. So it was 99 cents. Again, I had to pick it up. So I did. Maybe I'm weird, but one of the reasons why I love getting books from a used bookstore or Goodwill or Value Village is not only the price, but I didn't pay full price for this, so I don't mind that this is damaged, and this gives the book character, and I absolutely love it when they're like that. Like, this book has some dog-eared pages, and it just makes me wonder who read this before me. How many people have read this? Who enjoyed it? What were their thoughts? And it's kind of one of the reasons I go to Goodwills and use bookstores first before like an actual bookstore. You just get so much character out of books that way, and I absolutely love it. So I don't really mind when I get books and they're in this bad condition, as long as I'm not paying like the full retail price for them. So if you see that a lot of my books kind of look like this or worse, that's why. The last book I picked up I actually got from Costco. It grabbed me with its title and kind of the look of the book, and that is The True Story of Hansel and Gretel. The True Story of Hansel and Gretel, a novel of war and survival by Louise Murphy. I read the back of this book when I was at Costco, and it sounded really interesting, but I can't remember in like vivid detail exactly what it was about. But I do know it's about brother and sister who live in Nazi-occupied Poland, and they're either abandoned by their father, or their father dies, or something that leaves them by themselves, and they have to survive. And I'm pretty sure they are Jewish. This sounds very emotional, and like I mentioned in my first video, I really like historical fiction and historical nonfiction, so I'm really excited to read this. It's not very long, so that's the last book I got in April. So I hope you guys enjoyed, and thank you to everyone who's already subscribed to my channel and watched my first video, and all of the really lovely comments. You guys have really made me excited to be doing this. So thank you, and I hope you enjoyed this video, and have a great night.